Hey everyone, good morning. My name is Kaylee. I am a quilter and sewist and illustrator in North Carolina, and thank you so much for joining me this morning. It is currently sunshine hour in the studio, so if I lean a little bit forward, I get totally blown out. But I really wanted to get this intro started, get the vlog started before I carried on with my day today. Let me see if I can find a place where I can set this down and you can still see me okay. I don't know if this is any better, but it just might have to do. I'm a little tiger stripey this morning, but hello, welcome back to the vlog if you are a returning viewer, or welcome to the vlog if you are a new viewer. I really appreciate you being here. What you can expect from me are artist/studio and sewing vlogs, and then I just also have a lot of other niche hobbies that I love to share about as well, so there's a little bit of everything. But I mean it every time I say it. I really, really appreciate your viewership. Thank you so much for being here. This is the first time I've picked up the camera to start an intro for a new vlog since I posted my How I Hand Piece Quilts video, which thank you so much for the support on that one. That video has been super well received so far, and it's really exciting as a baby YouTuber to kind of see the kind of content that people like and to have interaction on content. It really means a lot. And I love interacting with folks in the comments. So just thank you a lot for that. I know I mentioned at the end of my last video that the next vlog was going to be a travel vlog, as I was going to Seattle, Washington for the first time. And I did go. I had such an amazing trip. It really was a wonderful time to spend with my best friend. But because I was with my best friend, we spent a lot of time running around the city, yapping, hanging out, talking, and just spending really good quality time together. So I did try to start a vlog while I was there, but it didn't feel super natural for me to pull out my camera all the time to grab clips and stuff. So I more so prioritized just my enjoyment of the trip and not so much filming, which I'm okay with. I can't wait to go back again, and I had such a lovely time seeing my friend Sarah. We had such a nice girls' weekend, so it was a really, really great trip. But I did get some sewing done, so let me go ahead and show you what I have been working on. So I'm still sewing my Stream of Consciousness quilt. That has not changed. I finished the piecing of it, which we saw, but I am also adding some additional embellishments onto the quilt top. First things first is that the Zippy nameplate has been added. There's my girl's name. And I also want to mention too, if you are a new viewer here, Zippy is our first seeing eye dog that we helped raise for Guiding Eyes for the Blind. I made a whole vlog about it when we returned her back up to New York 2 months ago now. This is her namesake on this quilt top, which I was working on during that trip. I'll go ahead and link that vlog down below as well in case you haven't seen it and you would like some context as to who Zippy is to me. These two little crosses here, these two little plus signs, have been appliqued down. They are next to Hildegard von Bingen for reference. Then lastly, last month for 33 days, I tracked my hand kind of pain, the muscle stiffness that I've been experiencing in my thumb. I tracked it for 33 days, and I started appliquing those days down as like a marker. So they look like this, and this is at the very top of the quilt. I don't have all 33 days down, but the pink days are the days that I was experiencing that tightness and discomfort, and all the chartreuse days were pain-free, normal days for me. And as you can see, we had a pretty good month last month, which is really exciting. I am still going to OT once a week at this point, but I feel like I've kind of gotten into the rhythm of knowing how to care for my body in such a way to improve not only my thumb and hand dexterity, but also like my shoulder, back, upper arms. It is really nice to have somebody to encourage you and help you and make sure you're doing your form correctly. So I still feel like it's valuable to go once a week. So I have still been doing that, but I thought, you know, OT has been such a big part of my life this year. I really wanted to commemorate the progress that I've made on healing my body on this quilt top. That is it for what is on the actual quilt top, but I did start a new embroidery piece today. I've barely started it, but it is just my hand on a piece of cotton linen blend. I'm gonna stitch this down. This is very much the same method that I use for the horses and for Hildegard on this quilt top, where I'm doing a printout, I tack it down to a sheet of paper, and then I sew through it so the image shows up on this side. I had the plan to add this imagery onto the quilt since the beginning, so it feels kind of nice to be finally starting it. But other life updates that have gone on since the last sewing vlog is that Bentley is doing super well. He is huge. He's taking a nap right now, so I can't really show you him, but I will hold him for reference at some point in this vlog. So he is doing great. He has his first little evaluation this week, and if all goes well with his evaluation, which I have no doubt that it will, he will be getting his service dog vest, which is really exciting. He's gonna look so cute in it. So he is doing splendid, and we actually have a puppy play date that we are heading out to shortly here. We need to leave in about 20 minutes, but he is going to play with some of his friends this morning, and then he's gonna get a nice little bath, and he's gonna have a great rest of his Saturday snoozing. That is the plan for him anyway. We'll see if he sticks to it. And then another update, which has been kind of turbulent this week for me, is that Eunice, my tortoise, had slowed down on eating the last couple of weeks, and I wasn't sure if it was just like change of seasons, change of weather, or if he was like protesting his food, which he can do. Tortoises are notoriously unreasonable creatures, so it is not out of character for them to throw fits. Usually during this time of the year, he has a pretty ferocious appetite with the warm weather, so I thought it would be worth it to take him in for a checkup. 2 days at the vet later, he was basically diagnosed with a tummy ache, which I guess is the best case scenario, but he is on a couple medications right now, and I'm currently having to do a little bit of extra care for him and extra monitoring for him to make sure that he's eating, taking his meds, having regular movements, if you know what I mean. That is kind of what's going on as far as life updates go. Otherwise, I look forward to taking you along for the week. I want to get a lot of sewing done. I want to get a lot of body care done and just spending time with Emily, because I feel like the last couple of weeks have been so fast and we've been doing a lot. So it'll be nice to kind of hopefully get back in the swing of things. Neither of us are traveling for a bit that I know of, and we can just, like I said, spend some quality time together. I'm gonna get myself together here, pack everything up I need to take to this play date. I will touch base with you at some point this afternoon, I believe. But yeah, let's go ahead and head out to Bentley's play date.
There's Carla. But like macro view, you're like, whoa, crazy. You're like,
We'll like get money in. Throw it.
Emily and I are back from lunch. We are satiated and full, thank goodness, and that was a lot of fun. Bentley did such a great time playing with everybody else. He was even trying to show his big sister Buffy how to share toys, which is really cute to see. Just really does so well with other dogs, especially like as a youngster. He does really, really well. All the pups had so much fun. He had a bath on the deck and it was a little bit chaotic, so I did not film that, but he had a bath and now he has been sleeping. Now it is just a little past 1:30 at the moment, so the day is still young. I received a comment from somebody that said they would like to see more spider content, and that is all I need, is just one comment to bring out my spiders a little bit. And I actually need to feed them today. It's definitely not like an extreme sport to feed them or anything. It's pretty easy, it's pretty quick and pretty succinct, but because you expressed interest in seeing more of them, I would love to show you. And if you're not interested in seeing spiders and tarantulas and the like, go ahead and skip to this timestamp here and you can avoid that. Okay, who wants to be fed first? Don't all speak at once. Actually, let's do Maud first, since that was the last spider that you guys saw. I have you precariously stacked on a pile of books, so please don't do anything crazy. This is Maud's enclosure. You guys saw me set her up a while ago, a couple weeks ago. She has since molted. She's doing very well, and she's in her little hide over here, so you're not probably gonna see her, but let me see if I can change that. I know she's pretty hungry, so maybe if we give her a little snack, she will come out and say hi. Nice. This is Maud. One of my friends, Kasha, actually named her such. I really love the name. I think it suits her pretty well, so yeah. That is her after her molt. She doesn't look that much bigger, but she is like a bird-eating species, so she will get to be pretty sizable one day. Just for like hands comparison, that's how big she is. And we're just gonna give her a little water too. Back in her house she goes. All right, one down. I apologize if you wobble a bit. I have never done this before, so my setup is maybe not the best. So this is one of my Nandu tripepes. I have 2 of them, and they are another sizable spider. I got 2 because I really wanted a girl. If you're not in the tarantula arachnid world, typically females, like female tarantulas, they live quite a bit longer than their male counterparts. They typically are the more flashy, bigger, kind of more striking of the 2. So I really wanted a female. And I think at this point I can kind of tell, I think I do have 1 male and 1 female, just because these 2, they molt within like the same week of each other every time. And they're starting to have like characteristics that make them look different. So I think I do have 1 male and 1 female, which is what I wanted, and I don't see her. These Nandu tripepes have really intense burrows down here. Like they burrow all around. Like once I start to mess with their enclosure, they usually very quickly disappear. That is one. Her name is Princess, and then the other one's name is Peach. All right, and in this circumstance, I think you can see Peach down here. So yes, they have very intense burrows. Their burrow starts over here and it goes down this way, but I mean, they just have like tunnels and tunnels and tunnels under here. So I try to position the enclosures on my shelf in a way that I can see into these tunnels, so I can get at least a somewhat decent view of them to know that they're doing okay. And similarly to the other Nandu tripepi, I don't assume that they will come out to feed. So I will just give them a cricket and drop it in their lair for them to get themselves. Just like so. All right, and I know you're not supposed to pick favorites, but this is definitely my favorite. This is Eloise. She is my biggest spider. She is a Arizona blonde. She's probably my oldest spider and one of the ones that I've had for the longest as well. I've been keeping spiders for about 5 years now. I got my first one in 2021, summer of 2021. And like I said, she was one of the first ones. I think she might have been like 2nd or 3rd, but I really love her. Oh, she scooted away, but she is my big girl. Let me see if I can find a way to get her to eat on camera. I don't know if I can. One thing about Eloise is she loves to fill her water dish with dirt. So we're always playing this game of emptying out and filling it back up. And this is Igor. I remember I specifically got her as a Valentine's Day present to myself in February of 2022. And she is a Brachypelma. Oh gosh, I sound like such a bad spider mom. I can't remember their scientific names. But I got her, and she was about the same size as Maud when I got her. She's a Brachypelma, so they notoriously grow super slow. So she has not gotten much bigger in, you know, the 4 years that I've had her. But she is getting some size, relatively speaking, if that makes sense. Let's see if we can get her on video eating. Oh, are you hungry? Okay. Wow, that was a very gentle takedown. She's usually a bit more ferocious than that. And also, Bentley woke up from his nap. You can hear him barking, probably. So we are gonna have to go remedy that situation. So I'm gonna feed the rest of these girls very quickly off camera, and then we'll go say hi to Ben. Come here, Benny. Come here. Hi. That was a lot of drama for someone who was supposed to be napping. Yeah, it's a lot of drama. You have a lot of FOMO. You can see how fluffy he is because of his Beth. Hi. You want to say hi? Yeah. You say hi. It's a lot of drama for someone who should be sleeping. I know you're tired. I just want to show you guys how big he's gotten. Do you see this? This is crazy. I'm gonna try and see if I can do a side-by-side of the last time he was on the vlog and how big he was versus now. He is over 30 pounds now and shows no sign of slowing down and growing. Do you, buddy? No. Absolutely not. I'm gonna hang out here with him for a little bit since he has such bad FOMO. God forbid he take a proper nap after playing with all of his friends, but it's just puppyhood for you. So I'm gonna hang out with him for a bit. And then other things I would like to do today is I would love to go to the plant store. I was there recently when we first got him, so maybe like a month and a half ago, but I wanna get a trailing either philodendron or maybe like a neon pothos for my office. I want to set it on top of the spider shelf so it can kind of eventually trail down. And I think that bright green would look really nice there. So I want to go to the plant store today, but otherwise I have nothing else on my agenda aside from tending to Eunice and hopefully getting some more sewing done. That is the agenda. That is what's happening. I'll touch base with you either when I'm at the plant store or hopefully sewing on the couch. One of those two. It has been a bit of time later, and I decided not to go to the plant store today. I think I'm gonna go tomorrow afternoon and bring Eunice with me. I finished stitching my hand. This really took like very little time, but I think the result is pretty cool. You can see it here. I removed the paper from the back. You just pull it off once you're done and all your stitches will stay. And my idea behind this stitching is that this is going to be a spell for healing the eczema on my left hand. I don't know if I've mentioned this on the channel, but I do have OCD. And one of the ways my OCD manifests is in contamination, germ-related things. So I'm washing my hands many times a day. It's gotten a lot better over the years, like so much better, thank you Prozac, but I still have a bit of eczema that kind of permanently lives in the palm of my hand. And as you can see, it does kind of create like some crazy texture and some scarring because it just does not seem to ever want to go away no matter what I do. And that's okay, but this is kind of a spell towards that. And I also thought the iconography of a hand with some blemishing happening on the palm would be kind of like cheeky, like tongue-in-cheek with the Saint Hildegard themes, the little crosses. I think you pick up what I'm trying to put down. I'm gonna work on stitching that this evening. I'm probably just gonna scribble on this with an air erasable marker and then use a variety of pink and red threads. If you can see these, I think I might use this red. Jury's still out on it, but definitely the pinks to just stitch some eczema. But yeah, a pretty simple and effective tool for illustrating anything and wanting to kind of tack it down onto fabric is this paper method. Just an idea for you. morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is sunshine hour in the studio again. I hope you don't mind, but it's really beautiful in here. It is just a little past 10. It's almost 10:30 actually. And yeah, it's been a lovely Sunday morning. Emily and Bentley just went on a little outing to play with some other puppies in the Guiding Eyes group, and I stayed back and did some house chores. So the house is nice and tidy. I feel like it's been a really productive morning, and it's not even 11 yet, which is great. As you can see, I pulled some cards, which was so necessary. I have not pulled cards for a couple of weeks, and it looks like some things that I was dealing with are in the past now, and I can actually move forward, which is really, really good to see, like in a spread. And it's just reassuring that I'm moving in the right direction, which is always a great little indicator from spirit. It was a really great reading this morning. I used this little ceramic hand dish. Can you see that? I actually picked this up when we were antique shopping in Tacoma in Washington, Sarah and I, and this is like one of the little treasures that I found. And then I also got 2 more antique dolls. I don't know if you're interested in seeing them, but here they are. These are my 2 new children. I love them both. They were found at the same antique store. I love this guy because we have matching pink blush, which I thought was really cute. And Sarah and I actually had like a moment with him like in the store that was so funny. And he has quite the energy about him, so I could not leave him behind. And I also got this cute little one. I love her little pink dress and her like composite plastic head. I really enjoy both of these 2. So I did not mean to go on an antiques side quest tangent, but here we are. But yeah, it has been a 10 out of 10 morning. I really have enjoyed this morning, and we do have some things on the schedule today. Shortly, our friend Will is going to come over and help Emily take down a tree that did not make it this year. It's a very small tree in our front yard, and for some reason or another, it did not come back. I think the flooding may have something to do with it, the flooding that we had last summer, because that tree was hit first. It's like, you know, in the front of our yard, in the front of our yard. It was really hit by that water. So I'm not sure if that had something to do with it. No idea, we'll never know, but it needs to go because it's looking kind of scraggly at the moment. They're going to take down that tree, and then I believe we're going to take Will out for lunch as payment. And then I would like to head to Raleigh with Eunice to go to the plant store to look for my neon pothos or lemon lime philodendron, I think is what it's called. It's just those lime colored philodendrons or a neon pothos, something to go behind me here because I feel like that would be really pretty. Oh, before I go, let me show you where my hand ended up last night. All right, it's probably gonna be difficult to show this because it's a really light piece of fabric and it's like the sun is just beaming through, but this is how my hand turned out, and I really am happy with it. It's about life size. It might be a little smidge bigger than my actual hand, but like all the little nuances and shapes in my fingers are there, which is nice to see. So I can go ahead and attach this on to my quilt top. I'll probably do that today. And otherwise, besides that kind of like fun errand stuff, all I really need to do today is sew because all my morning chores are done. Give Eunice's meds, enjoy some nice tea, enjoy the outside. It's supposed to be pretty warm today. So that is really all I have on the docket for this Sunday, but I think that is more than enough. Brought me her toy to play with. Mimikins! We call it Fishy on a Sticky. Don't we, memers? Yeah, we call it Fishy on a Sticky. It is very much a very well-loved toy. Literally hanging on by a thread. But we love it, don't we? We love Fishy on a Sticky. You know, I sometimes feel really silly when plans are constantly changing throughout the vlog. Like at the beginning, we're like, oh, I want to do this and this and this and this. And like it doesn't end up working out that way, or it ends up changing or what have you. And now I am just experiencing one of those moments now. I've only been talking about how I want to go to Raleigh to go to the plant store and bring Eunice and all this stuff, and that would be so fun or whatever. But we took care of the tree in the front yard. We went to lunch. Both items took longer than expected, and now it is 3:33, ironically enough, but it is 3:33 and I don't feel like driving all the way to Raleigh now, and Eunice is asleep. He's taking his afternoon nap. So who am I to wake him up from a nap to go plant shopping with me? But now I just decided to come to the original plant store that is more, not so much of a long haul to get there. And yeah, we're just going to check out and see what they have. I just wanted to kind of disclaim the change of plans that are happening, and I recognize they're happening, and I'm sorry that they're happening. Let's just go head inside, see what they have, and hope that they have some neon colored pothos or like a lemon lime philodendron or something that's interesting and trailing. Honestly, at this point, anything will work. I'm also now realizing that I forgot my phone, so yeah, I think I'm just doing great right now. I will survive without my cell phone for this one errand, but it's weird how you automatically feel naked and vulnerable if you don't have it. These are really cute. Love the purple one. Before we get invested in the pots, we should actually try and find some plants, I suppose. I feel like this view should look pretty familiar to the vlog channel by now. We've been here so many times, and look what I see. And I'm immediately seeing some neon pothos, so that's a great sign. I think this is the pot I'm going to get. Looks pretty good to me. Mission accomplished, guys. Okay, we are back at the house. It's been a little bit. It's still a very beautiful daylight out, but it is getting kind of dark in here in the studio. So that neon pothos is now in quarantine in the room next door. It'll be in there for a couple of weeks. Honestly, all of the neon pothos that I had to choose from were a little nibbled on, if you will. So I'm a little unsure about how that plant, if it's like pest free, I have no idea. I don't always quarantine plants when I bring them in, but when they show like obvious signs of wear and tear, nibbling, etc., I do want to quarantine them. So that plant is quarantining next door. Hopefully we can move it on top of this shelf here in the next couple of weeks. But to round out my day, I thought I would do a little bit of sewing, and I want to show you what I'm doing, or what I'm going to be doing. And I have a couple edits that I want to make on some pieces that I've already placed. So sorry for the dark lighting. This is like literally in shadow, this part of my quilt. So I got all 33 days of the charting that I did, but now I've kind of run into this like weird little awkward space in this section. I'm not really too keen on how close this piece is to these circles. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to move this piece, which is just applique on, just down a little bit, like down into this area, and then move these two guys over yay that way. It is like not a requirement or a necessary move that needs to be made for the functionality of anything, but it's more of just like an aesthetic thing. Like I think this would be better served down here to kind of fill in this like negative white space, and then these just moved over here so they're not in the center. But that's the first thing I would like to do. All right, and then the other thing I would like to do this evening is I would like to applique my hand in this spot here. You can see we have zippies, nameplate here, and then I want to put this here, but there is a lot of excess fabric, so I need to do a little bit of a trim and an iron. Then I think I will applique this down. So that is it for me for now. Let's go ahead and set a really cozy vibe in here and have a nice time sewing. I seriously think this is the third time I've moved this this 9-patch square on this quilt top, but sometimes it's what the quilt asks for. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to explain it. She's free. Okay, let's do this. If anybody has any idea what this color of DMC thread is, can you please let me know? Because I feel like it's the perfect chartreuse color, and I cannot for the life of me find what it is online. They've changed their numbering system, so it's a little bit confusing, but it's like the most perfect chartreuse color ever. So if you know what it is, please tell me. Or if you have any guesses. I realize we've been doing a lot of talking about Eunice, but he actually hasn't made an appearance in this video, so here's some cute breakfast eating footage. Hey everyone, I'm here to close out the vlog, and it is a very overcast, rainy day here in North Carolina. I think it's funny that we started out the vlog with sunshine hour and now we're ending it with a rainy day, but it's honestly supposed to be like this for the next week or so, so I might as well embrace it. To embrace this cozy weather, I'm currently sipping on a green tea latte, which is just so nice for this. I usually do it iced, but having it hot is like a special treat that I don't do very often, but I definitely enjoy for times like these. But if you made it this far into the vlog, thank you so much for watching. I just got through editing like 90% of it. I just have to add this part in, and I'm really happy with how this vlog turned out and all the progress that was made. A couple little housekeeping things is I am currently stitching on some little hearts onto my zippy nameplate. You can probably see them here. And how I do that is I just do little V shapes with this pink thread. So they're little hearts. I think I'm majority done appliquing things onto this quilt top, and I'm now kind of just like embellishing it with different stitch work. I'll go ahead and add some footage of some other stitches that I've done. And this is not for functionality by any means. This is just for, like I said, added embellishment. And who knows? I think we might be getting pretty close to finishing this quilt top. So maybe in the next like artist diaries vlog, we will be at that point where we are ready to start quilting. I don't know. It sounds kind of crazy, but I feel like we're getting close. Other updates are that Eunice is doing so well. He is eating, pooping, taking his meds as he should, all the things, and he's having a grand old time. I wish the weather was nicer so I could bring him outside this weekend, but I think it will just need to wait until next week. Also, Bentley got his future guide dog vest. He did really well for his evaluation and in turn earned his little blue vest. He looks so cute in it. And yeah, it just makes things easier when we're out in public with him and people can see that he's actively working. So yeah, so proud of him. But other than that, the next vlog will not be a typical artist diaries vlog. I have something a little bit different planned, but I'm hoping to get started on that tomorrow. So yeah, a lot of fun things happening here. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate it. I mean it every time I say it. I hope to see you in the next video. And until I see you again, I hope you are taking care of yourself wherever you are. But I will see you very soon. Until next time, bye guys.